Hello everyone, this is the Figma template myjobtracker. I've created this myself and today I'll be teaching you how to go through it, how to use it, how to customize it yourself, and how to finally keep track of all those job applications that you send out into the world. Once you have myjobtracker, you'll get the .fig download file. Also, I have instructions on how to download the Figma desktop app if you don't have that yet. Once you have the desktop app, you can download the .fig file and just open it. It works with the free versions you can see up here. You can add it to any of your existing projects or create a new one and just import it into the drafts or one of your projects there. So super easy to set up. And once you're there, then yeah, we have the left-hand pages tab here. So we have the title page, which is just this, the tracker, and then the components. We'll go through all of these. So going into the tracker itself, I'm just gonna hide if you right-click on the canvas, you can actually show, or command slash, you can show or hide the UI. So we got an instructions here as well, if you don't want to go back and watch this video. Basically, to add a new job to your tracker, what you can do is I have a sample one here. You can option drag. Now you have an extra one and you can just drag it right into the frame wherever you want. You can put it in right there, move it up and down with the arrow keys, however you please. You can also, what we have up here is Command D. If you want to duplicate this HubSpot one, you can just duplicate it right there. And then you can input your new job. You can also go into here, I'm going to bring back the UI. You can go into here and for text fields, if you want to quickly get into a text field, this could also help with your everyday Figma use. You can hit Command and double click and you're right there into the text. Instead of double clicking, a bunch of times to finally get there, Command just helps you do that quickly. And then say, okay, instead of Quizlet, I was actually applying to. So now for the selector fields, text fields are just, these fields here that have the job title, location, company, all that. Selector fields are these colored ones here. So we have the work type, personal status, application status. Those are the sample selector fields. So what we have here is one from each. So we can go in and you will also see them sorted by type, right? So we have work type, personal status, application status, custom. So this is a work type option. And so, okay, if you want to change it from hybrid to remote, you can do just like that. If instead of applied, you said, oh, I actually just cold messaged, oh, I actually was referred, you can just change those. Okay, I actually made it past the first interview. I'm on the second one, so you can change that as well. And then for custom ones, if you want to just choose a color, so now it's under the custom type, you can choose any color you want. I also have the corresponding, so personal status is the person at the computer. All the ones that, so under state, all the ones that apply to personal status are the one with the person at the computer. So then not to, it just makes it a bit clearer when quickly glancing. But I'll go into a better explanation once we add a new job here. So yeah, and then step 3, you're ready to go. So what we're going to do here, I'm just going to duplicate, I have this HubSpot duplicated, and then we're going to fill this out. All right, so I filled out the first few text fields, and then that takes us to the first selector field. So as I mentioned earlier, so let's say this is actually a hybrid role and we don't want to have it as remote, but it's remote because we duplicated the HubSpot role. I'm going to double click this and I'm going to go into here. We don't need to change the type because all these are the work type of the selectors, but we're going to go into state here and I'm going to say, oh, this is actually a hybrid role. So that changes it right there to hybrid. Then I inputted the new salary for this role, and then I'm going to go to referred, and I'm actually going to say, this one I wasn't referred to, I just cold messaged, right? Or, I applied. So this is done and applied. Date applied for the next role, we can just say, this was on the 12th, and then, yes, we're waiting after applied. My contact actually for Coinbase was Manny at Coinbase. So just to not lose track of that, I'm going to do that as well. And then for notes, I remember them mentioning that, or in the job application, that you need experience with TradFi products. So I'm just gonna put that in as well. And lastly, to update the link to the application, obviously this is duplicated this previous link, so we want to change that. I'm going to hit edit, and once I have the application link copied, I'm going to paste that in here and then hit enter. Now when I hover over this, we got the Coinbase career, so if I want to, I can click on this and it'll take me to the job posting itself. So now we have a new entry. Is that quick? And what I'll do now is I'm going to explain going into the components and icons section. Maybe you want to add a custom element. So at first we have a bunch of icons that you can choose from. I've used the open source tabular icons. I'll go into a reason why you would need those next. But what we're going to do here is, so I've had the selectors here, and they're sorted by work type, personal status, application status, and some custom ones. So what we want to do here, let's say for example, you want to add a new option under the personal status. So we have need to apply, we have applied, we have cold message, we have referred, but I actually want to add recruited. So what I'm going to do here is hit add variant, and then I'm going to just clean it up, make it look nice. And then I'm going to change this text to say recruited. Now, obviously, we want to probably change this color, so I'll select it, and I'm going to go down to the selection colors here. So this is just highlighting all the colors within the selection. And right now it's at purple. So we have the purple background, the purple text. So let's say we want to make it orange. We click on purple background. We're going to go up to orange and change purple background to the orange background. And then just for good measure, we're going to go to the purple text, and we're going to change it to orange text. So now we got recruited, but we're going to get this error now. Oh, you have conflicting values of properties. If you've used components and variants before, you've seen this before for sure. But that's just because we've duplicated the referred one, and now this one is also called referred. So what we're going to do here is just double click. We want to keep that icon just for good visual use, and we're just going to rename it here to recruited. So now when you click on here, you're going to have it, it's going to show up as recruited. So when you go to the tracker, it's going to show up here, but it won't be right here. It's going to be all the way at the bottom. So just for cleanliness of the file, we're going to, if you click on these selectors, the entire component here, and then you go, we added a new state, right? So if you go on the edit of the state, then you can see all the way down here it's recruited. You can hover over, grab this little hamburger guy, and let's just move it right under referred, just to keep it clean. So now when we go here, so instead of applied, I've actually been recruited. So I'm going to select that, and now that's ready to go. And you can change any other ones you want to recruited. We've added that new property. So that is how you add a new custom property. If you would like to add, so let's say, okay, these are all the columns I've given you, right? So we have company, job title, location, work type, pay range, personal, you can read them all. So let's say, actually, it's really important for me to keep track of the years of experience that the job position had, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the components section. So we're at the selectors here. We can actually go into the labels. And in the labels, we have all the ones I've given you, and I've already made some custom ones for you. If you use up all 5, to make another one, you just hit this plus, and you'll have another one to use. But we haven't used any yet in this demo, so I'm going to say, let's just say years of experience, right? And then I want to choose a calendar. I've used the calendar with the date on this one, so thank you tabular icons. You can go in the top right here, click on this, and you can search. So I'm just going to search calendar. I know there's a few, and I'm going to use the one with a number on it, because to me that quantifies years. So now we have years of experience, but it's still named as custom. So I'm just going to select that here, double click, and I'm going to call it years of experience. And then I had these icons for the custom elements. I'm just going to change this to just a calendar one right there. So now when you go into one of these, you have all of these options, and then you also have years of experience instead of custom one. So I actually want to move this to, I want to put years of experience right here, right in between pay range and personal status. And just to clean that up, I'm also going to use the arrow keys here and make it reflect that here. And I'm also going to go here again, just to change the order. Go to type, hit the edit button, and I'm going to bring years of experience to right between pay range and personal status. So it's right there. All right, so now what we can do is we can take pay range here and we can duplicate it. It's going to stretch this out by 1, but we'll fix that. And then we want to select pay range and make that years of experience. Once we've done that, we actually just want to select all the column elements in the previous one. This just makes it easy to Command D. Once you Command D that, then you can just, now you have an extra column. Obviously they carry all the properties from the column before, but we'll update that. And then now everything's in line. So application link, everything's in line now. This grew a little bit in width, but that's okay. All right, so I went in and I updated the text fields, and now we have a years of experience column. So now when you want to create a new job, say you've applied to another one, you can duplicate that. It's going to have the years of experience, and you can do that just from there. And after that, you are good to go with using myjobtracker. So again, if you've stumbled on this video and just organically, you can go to the myjobtracker. I sell it on Gumroad, and you can purchase it there and get started on tracking your job applications and getting that next job. So thank you guys for listening, and I hope this helps.